Hello, everyone. Hello. Merry Christmas, but it's the day after Christmas, so, we're going to pretend that it's still Christmas, you guys. All right. Hi, you guys. I hope you all are doing well. I know it's been so long since I've done another podcast episode. It's been a long ass time, girl. Oh my gosh. But, we here. We're good. We're alive. Um, and if you guys have noticed, I probably I probably sound a lot more clearer. That's because one of my Christmas gifts was a new microphone. So that was lit. So that was really cool. I'm like really happy to have this. So it just really helps me just get more into it, and it's better for everyone else who's listening. You don't have that really. Well, I don't think my last mic was bad, but I don't know. But I mean, this one's a lot better, so at least we're there. Now, this episode, I don't know if it's gonna be ASMR or not. Like my other ones, I'm kind of piped up right now. I'm kind of hyped because, girl, we just need to get into this. Like, there's a topic I really want to get into, and it's been pissing me off. And okay, so generally, I want to make a video about my job, but the girls have been trying it. Like, no, like it's so much other stuff I want to talk about. I'm like, these queens are really trying it. Like, okay, we're gonna get into it. So this topic is about the girls who want to keep going to Starbucks or any other coffee ass shop on Christmas, and you don't need to go there. Like, why, girl? Let's just get into it. So, okay, so I wasn't scheduled to be there on Christmas, thank God. And for any, okay, so let's rewind real quick. For people who don't know, I finally put in my 2 weeks resignation with the company. So thankfully, I will not be working there anymore because they stressed the hell out of me, and I'm so tired of having damn breakdowns from that. I'm just over it. So thank God I'm finally leaving. So yeah, but I wasn't scheduled to work on Christmas, so thankfully I wasn't there for Christmas. But my coworkers told me that it was hectic and it was horrible. And I'm watching Snapchats and I'm seeing like other people who work at Starbucks, and like they're going crazy because customers just come in and just want so much and doing the most. And I'm here to go off on you queens, because whoever goes up to Starbucks on Christmas. But here's what I gotta say. So if you are going up to Starbucks and let's say you just need like some coffee or you need something real quick to get you through the day, because I don't know what people would need coffee for on Christmas, because I would just say, like, girl, if you're tired, just go back to sleep, because it's a holiday. Like, there's no need for you to be getting up and stressing yourself out. You know what I mean? But if you have to work, let's say you have to work because you need the coffee because you have to work on Christmas in the morning and you just need some espresso shots to get you through the day, then that's okay. I understand that a little bit. But then you got these bitches who roll through on Christmas and they want like a peppermint mocha frappuccino with some sprinkles on top just because. Oh girl, I just want this. And then they want to start yelling at you and rushing you because they're late to their family gathering. Like, well, girl, you shouldn't have came through here, girl. You shouldn't have came in. The bottom line is you shouldn't have rolled up. Because, bitch, we're not going to speed up because you decided to roll up here on Christmas, girl. And the thing is, the baristas, they don't even want to be there, girl. They want to be home or doing something else. Unless it's somebody else, like another barista, like my coworker, she like, because she doesn't have family here, so she didn't mind working. But like people like me, no, I don't want to be there. So I'm not about to sit here and go over and beyond for your drink when you shouldn't even be here in the first place. Like, these queens are really trying it, and I'm just baffled, like, at how that happens. And like, I just really don't understand that. I understand people who go to restaurants on Christmas because they didn't feel like making a Christmas dinner or anything like that. Like my brother, he went to a restaurant, to pick up some stuff. I understand that, but like the girls who, like, it's so unnecessary. Like, why do you need, like, what's really the reason to go to Starbucks? Like, why? And I was just talking about it earlier, and I was like, I feel like with some companies, they're just so like greedy for money, and they just want so much money. They don't really care about like the employees at times. Now, the thing is, so to go in more detail, I don't necessarily work for Starbucks. I work for a licensed Starbucks, or in other words, like a franchise location. So technically, I'm not employed directly by Starbucks. I'm employed by the company that owns it. Well, the company that owns mine. So the company that owns mine is a bunch of oh girl, I don't know what name to give them, but we just gonna say that they some hoes. So they're some hoes, and all they care about is money. They're very stingy. You know, all they want is they just want coins. They just want money. They want funds, and so um, with this particular group of people, they just want a bunch of money. So when it comes to Christmas, they're not going to close down my location because that's going to be less money in their pockets. And then when it comes to the customers, they don't like necessarily want Starbucks. They just not need it. They don't necessarily need it. They just really want it because they know it's open. Like, girl, if it was closed, you know they'll find somewhere else to get coffee. If it's if it's like that big of a deal, like they'll go somewhere else. They don't really need Starbucks. Like, they can find something else. But it's like, since you have it open, then of course the customers are gonna come, like, roll through, because they're like, oh crap, they're open, yes, and then that's more money in their pockets. And it's like, that's just so rude to me. I feel like that's so rude as a company. Like, why would you do that to your employees and put them through hell? Like, I got my coworker texting me. He was like, oh my gosh, it's horrible today. It's like a nightmare. And I'm like, girl, they need to close that damn store down. Like, these girls. And then they come through, order the most crazy ass drinks. Like, girl, and I'll tell you, I have so many stories. I mean, I don't want this to be like my Starbucks rant. I feel like it will be. I do want to make like a Starbucks rant video like one day in the future. I really want to, because there's so much stuff I could talk about. Oh my gosh, like it was just horrible. Like, working for them was like, and I won't say working for them was horrible because I didn't really work for Starbucks. I worked for the company I was licensed under, but I'll say working for the company was a nightmare in a way, because that was just not the tea, working for that company. And for anybody who wants to know what drove me to finally resign from them hoes, it was just a lot. Like, the manager, he was a hot ass mess. The supervisors, girl, they were just lost in the sauce. Let's be honest, they were lost in the sauce. They didn't even know what they were doing at times. Like, they themselves were confused. They were just discombobulated at times. But the manager, me and him always clash heads, because I think about me, I really hate when people are unprofessional. I hate when people are unprofessional. I hate when people don't do things that I know you're supposed to be doing at places of business, like how you're supposed to run it and how you're supposed to treat your employees. And he would do stuff that I knew was not right and I didn't agree with. So that caused me and him to clash a lot, because I stood up to him, and my coworkers didn't really stand up to him like that. I stood up to him a lot because I just don't agree with. Okay, I understand where they come from with the whole, oh, well, I got bills to pay, so I ain't really got time to fight with nobody. But I hate that. I hate that logic that people have, that just because you're struggling in life, you need money, you're not going to stand up to somebody because you're afraid you're going to get fired and now you won't be able to pay your bills. No, like, I feel like that is not acceptable. Like, in no world you should just let someone just treat you like shit and throw you around on a schedule and make you just treat you like a robot because, oh girl, I got to pay these bills. No, that's not acceptable. Like, clock this bitch. Tell him what he did was wrong. Tell him, moving forward, let's just know, where we stand. Let's be professional. Let's get this done right, and let's move forward. But the whole just, I'm not gonna say nothing to him. No, I don't agree with that. So many times we had our moments where we would clash and we would have situations, and the recent one was like the biggest one to me, and that's what drove me to finally say, you know what, I'm putting in my 2 weeks resignation, girl. I'm through, because I'm not gonna do this. And I'm like, girl, I know I don't have a job lined up right now, but I'll find something, God willing, I'll find something else, and I will. The universe will bring me something, and things will come to me in the time they're meant to. But I'm not gonna sit here and keep going through this and keep putting myself through this stress and keep having these episodes and coming home stressed out, and I can't really like relax. Like, I'll come home just like sometimes having like breakdowns, just freaking out because I'm just so like worn out from that job. Because it's like, it's not just the customers that wear you out, but it's like then I have to turn around to my manager and my coworkers who like they stressing me out, and it's like, girl, it's too much. Like, it's just really, really too much. But me and him had this like huge ass argument. Well, it started as a debate and then it turned to an argument. And well, no, it was a discussion. Then the discussion turned into a debate. Then the debate turned into an argument. It was just a hot ass mess, girl. And then, oh my god. So basically, so long story short, I came into work. Girl, I feel like I should say this for my like Starbucks rant. Well, I feel like this is the rant, so it's paid. So this is the rant. But I am gonna make a video in the future in more detail about the whole job. But I'll just talk about this for now. But yeah, though, like, girl. So what happened? And I'm gonna say that I'm gonna talk about this again in the Starbucks video. But for this right now, I'm just gonna say this now. So I came into work one day and I was scheduled to work like a regular short shift. Like it was like 7 o'clock to like 1 o'clock. And then I come into work and I look at the wall. Well, I didn't look at the wall. I came into work to work my shift. And I'm working, and my coworker, he comes up to me. He's like, hey, he's like, oh girl, he didn't say oh girl. He was like, hey, oh girl, so yeah, your schedule was shift. It was like shifted. Like, he's like, so you're staying later today? I was like, what do you mean I'm staying later? He was like, you're staying later. I was like, no, I'm not. He's like, come look at the wall. I go to the wall, and he was like, look. And then the wall said I was staying until like 3:30. And I was like, no. I was like, girl, I have plans. I got stuff I got to do today. Like, no. And I was like, no one came to me and told me this. I was like, no one told me that I'm staying till 3:30. And he was like, oh, okay. He's like, oh, wow. So they just put that on the wall and no one told you? I'm like, yeah, no one told me that. And so my coworker said, oh, no. And then my other coworker, she was like heated because she was like, oh, that's not right. They can't do that to you. So she was like going in. So the both of them were like living for me. They were going in. They were like, girl, we need to fix this. Like, what's going on? Da da da. I go to the assistant manager and I'm like, hey, so, my schedule has changed. No one came to me. No one told me. So what's going to happen? I was like, girl, I'm going home on time. I'm not going home at that time. She was like, I'll talk to you when I get back. She just pays it. She pays it completely. She like completely forgot about it and left. So fast forward to the next day, because that whole day was a long story. So fast forward to the next day. The next day I come into work. And my coworker, she's like, oh yeah, you should talk to the manager and talk to him, and see what's going on and talk to him about that and see, because she was like, I think he was the one who changed your schedule. And I was like, yeah, I think he did it. So then the moment we were done talking, y'all, I tell you guys, it was like a fucking movie scene. Like, when I tell you, it was like a movie scene. Like, oh, and sorry for my language. Well, I just say I'm like, girl, but. Because sometimes I might send this to wait, hang on. Okay, sorry, girl. I'm getting heated. Like, just talking about this, it gets me so heated because it's like, dude, oh my gosh, like this whole story is so irritating sometimes. But it was just irritating me just how it, just like, oh my god. Okay, let me calm down and okay, let's breathe and move forward. So. But yeah, as I was saying, it was like a movie scene, you guys. Like, it felt like a scene out of a movie. Like, if I ever have a documentary of like my life, like this would be like one of the funniest scenes of the whole movie because it was just such a pickle. And but then, so basically, what happened was the manager, he comes into the room when we're done talking. I turn around to the manager and I was like, hey, so can I talk to you real quick? And he was like, yes, what is it? Like he already had that tone. And I was like, oh, girl, I know it's going to be some fuck shit. I'm like, you already got that tone. Like, you about to start something. So I was like, hey, can I talk to you real quick? He's like, well, yeah, what is it? I'm like, oh, girl. So I was like, so, the schedule. I was like, yesterday you scheduled me, you changed it to 3:30, but I had to leave at 1 o'clock. And I couldn't stay till that time. I was like, so in the future, can we just, in the future, if you have to do that, can you just let me know or call me on the phone or text me, ask me, am I able? And like, before I even finish, he's like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. Like, this is how it works here. At this job, I'm going to change the schedule. You just got to look at the wall and see when the schedule changes. I don't have to tell you nothing. I don't have to tell you that. You need to learn how. And he's like, but if you need that, I'll see about it. I'll see if I can do that in the future. I'll see if I can text you. I'm like, girl, I had like pause for a second. Like I was like, Twix, need a moment. Like it was like one of them things. Like I had to pause. Like I know this bitch did not just do that. Like I know I know you didn't interrupt me and cut off my whole sentence. I'm trying to talk to you. You just cut me off like I'm nothing. And two, you telling me, and I'm like, no job does that. Like that's not professional. I don't know no job that does that. I'm like, I worked at other places where if they change the schedule, they will notify somebody, but they won't even do that. They don't just change the schedule. They ask people, "Are you guys okay with this change?" or da 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 da, because they know people have plans. People have lives. You don't just do that to people, and so you just don't change the schedule around. That's not polite, and and that's just the main thing. It's just not polite. It's not kind to do something like that. So I was like, "Oh, girl, you really, really tried it then to just change the schedule on me," and so then he just go on. He's like, but like that's how it works at this job. He's like, I told you this numerous times. That's how it works. And I was like, girl, no, like this is not. I'm like, this is the last straw. I'm like, if you did it like, and he has done it before in the past, but the last time he did it like days ahead of when I like like. Ugh. Girl, I was so fucking mad. I'm just like heated. I'm so heated because this story it gets me so irritated. But like the last time he did it like days ahead, like in advance. So I was annoyed because I wasn't notified, but I wasn't too mad because it was days in advance. So I was able to change my plans around and notify the people that I had plans with, like, hey, okay, my schedule changed. But this was not acceptable because it was the day of, you guys. Like it was the day of, and he claimed that it wasn't. He claimed that he did it before, and I just didn't see. But it's like, girl, the bottom line is you shouldn't do that. The bottom line is you're supposed to tell people and ask them. You don't even like ask. Like, can you ask me first? Like, can you ask me, hey, can you come in at this time? And if I say no, then that means that, hey, okay, he's not a flexible employee. We need to find somebody else for his position. Okay, like that's all it comes down to. If I say I can't come in, that means I'm not flexible. That means you need to find somebody else to fill my position then. Bottom line, instead of just cutting up and be like, oh my God. Just be like, okay, you can come in, fine. We'll find somebody else. That's all it is. Like, but that's not how it works there. And so the conversation got heated. And I started getting irritated because I don't like being interrupted. That's one of my pet peeves. I hate it. In any business, any job, I don't care. You do not interrupt me when I'm speaking. If I'm talking, you need to wait till I'm done. Or if I'm saying some bullshit and you can interrupt me and correct me, like that's fine. But if I'm saying something, I know what I'm saying is right, and I know I'm not being rude, and I'm not talking to you dirty, there's no need for you to interrupt me. There's no need. Like you don't need to interrupt me when I'm speaking to you very calmly, very respectful. I'm just addressing you as an I'm talking to you man to man. It's a respectful conversation, and you just want to interrupt me like, no, so this is how it goes. No, that's not how this works. Like you don't just interrupt somebody. So that was ticking me off, and I started boiling up inside. And in my head, I was like, girl, he's about to get it today. Like the other days he wouldn't get it, but today he's gonna get it. So then he interrupted me, and I'm trying to speak. I was like, okay, but you don't understand. I'm like, sir, that's not, like, this just isn't right. It's not professional. And I'm like, I'm gonna have to go to HR if this don't get resolved. Like da da da. And he's like, oh, So then I was like, listen, and I started hitting on the wall. I was like, you need to do what I'm telling you to do. I'm tired of going through this. I'm tired of explaining to you. Da da da. I just went off. I don't know. I don't even remember what I said to him. And then I was like, we're done talking. Oh yeah, that's what I said. I was like, we don't need to discuss it. I was like, if you can't understand, then there's something else that we need to discuss. And I was like, we're done. And I just walked off. And then he was like, you don't talk to me like that. You don't talk to me like that. And then the door slammed behind me. And I was like, girl, hey, I can't hear you no more. And I kept walking. And I went to the customer. I was like, hi. I was like, what can I get for you, ma'am? Okay. I went from the back to the front. I was like, what can I get for you, ma'am? I was like, how can I help you? And she's looking like, ooh. Because she probably heard him behind me yelling, like, you can't talk to me like that. And I just walk out to the front. I'm like, girl, I'm not entertaining you. Like, you tried me to the fullest. You tried me. But that's just... But, you guys, that's what led to it. And that's what led to me finally just resigning and saying, it's done. Like, let's close the curtains. We're done with it. Let's move on to another chapter and let's go. Like, and it's it's unfortunate that things have to happen like that in life, but it does help us. It does help us learn, and it helps us just evolve and grow and know more, learn more about ourselves. And it helped me learn more about myself. And I wish I did keep my composure in that moment. I do. I wish I did keep my composure. But so sometimes things just break you. Sometimes something pushes you. It pushes you to that point, and you finally just can't hold it anymore, and you can't let someone just disrespect you like that. And with a job like that, you go through so much stress. And I feel like he didn't really understand that. He didn't understand that that job stresses us out so much. And it's like you do stuff like that. It's like the job is already a lot. We deal with people who disrespect us on the daily. Like we have customers treat us so rude, and it's like you as a manager, it's like then we turn around to you, who we should feel like we should get some comfort from you, and you stress us out even more. And it's like that's not okay. None of that is okay. No part of that is okay. And so, child, it's a hot mess with him. But I don't even know how we got to that topic. I like, but you guys get the gist of it. That job is just Starbucks in general, girl. But you queens, but back to the whole Christmas thing, but you queens on Christmas, please, like next year for Christmas, if you go to Starbucks, just get something quick, like get an espresso shot, or get like an espresso shot in like a short cup. This is what you need to tell them. This is what you need to tell your baristas. To just say, if this for the girls who they need coffee, for people who need coffee, not the girls who just want it. This for the people who actually need it because they have somewhere to go, like, or they gotta work. When it's Christmas, girl, simply ask them for a short cup. Ask them for like 2 shots of espresso or 1 shot, girl. Or if it's a long day, girl, get 3 shots, bitch. Okay, get 3 shots, girl, and then put some, have them steam some milk if you need hot milk or you need cold milk, or whatever the case is. Just tell them, add some sugar, add some milk into the cup, and then keep it moving. But don't be doing all that frappuccino. I want this. I want extra sprinkles, extra whipped cream. Like that's so extra. Like, dude, it's Christmas. Leave. Like, go somewhere. Like, don't you got something to do? Like, what the fuck? Like, what you got? Like, you don't got no Christmas movies to watch. Like, you don't got Elf, Nightmare Before Christmas. What else? What we got? Santa Claus, Santa Baby. I don't know. Like Rudolph. Watch something. Go home. Like, why are you up here bothering these queens? Like, leave. Y'all kill me. Like, y'all really, really kill me. Like, I don't understand people like that. And they just walk in with their family like, oh, girl, we gonna get a whole feast at Starbucks. Oh, girl, I want cookies. I want cake pops. I'm like, you queens. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all got to stop. Because it's too much. It's simply too much. And y'all gotta stop. 2019, we stopping it. If I see somebody going to Starbucks cutting up, girl, I'm calling the police. 2019, we calling the cops. That's what we doing. We calling the law because you hoes getting locked up for Christmas. If y'all go in here and y'all bother these baristas, especially the queens want to start arguments and cut up in the store with some, oh, you got my order wrong shit. You know why they got your order wrong? Because it's too much. You should have ordered a simple ass drink and kept it moving. That's why your order's wrong. Ho. These girls, they are just trying it, but oh my gosh. Okay, this is so long. I'm going to try to end it, you guys. This is a very long recording. So thank you so much for listening. If you listen this far to my little rant, my little Christmas rant. Oh my gosh. But yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and girl, it's the day after. I go back to work tomorrow, child. I work tomorrow. I work tomorrow and Friday, and then I'm done working there, and I'm free. I'm finally free from that place. So I'm gonna eat this food. I'm gonna cook and eat something real quick. Probably play a game or something. Relax. I might call up my best friend, and then we might play something. Like we might play some like Mario Kart or something. And then yeah. So. All right, you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I know this was a hot ass mess of a show. This is just something I wanted to do for fun. I just really wanted to rant real quick about people getting drinks at Starbucks on Christmas, and just make my return to YouTube with my podcast. I do want to do more late night rambles in the future. This one's not really. I wouldn't call this one a late night ramble. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't call this one that because this one's just a rant video. So, but thank you. Let me stop. I'm rambling even more. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching or listening. All right.